Yo, what's going on? It's Big Buku here, coming at you with a Call of Duty tier list. One of the trends I did not get on board with on Twitter or in my YouTube. I know I'm a little bit behind. It's been I don't know, it's been like a month or so. I know towards the end of the decade, they were like ranking the best of the decade. This, I believe, has COD 4. I'm just going to count that as COD Remastered. I didn't actually look at what we got going on here. So there is no Modern Warfare here as well, but I will rate that at the end. Let's just jump right into it. First up, I guess I'll just go down the list. So I started just testing them just to test if I could record my screen. So they're not in order of release, but let's see what we can do. Call of Duty Ghosts. So this is a really hated Call of Duty. I would have loved to have seen a Ghost 2 this year, but alas, that's not what we get. I was really into the competitive scene during Ghosts. Probably the most I've ever been until this year. I mean, this year I went out and bought Dallas Empire merch. The season hasn't even started yet. There was really no... I shouldn't have done that because we don't know how the league's going to play out. But anyways, I used to watch tournaments and stuff. I used to play in the ranked playlist. It was a blast. I really enjoyed the SMGs in that game. I remember running the Vector, the MTAR. For ARs, what was the Remington? Gnarly assault rifle. They definitely had some bad maps. Stonehaven was terrible. There was that one where it was kind of like not a greenhouse. It was a little rainy. You know what I'm talking about. There was a building that was like all along the backside that would poke out. There was like a lot of grass you could hide in. Not so great. But then again, it did have Sovereign. The factory one, I really like that. I like I don't know where it takes place, but there's the box in the middle for B Flag, where you could close the doors, you could get on the roofs. There was a strip club. And, what was it? Dome wasn't in it. What was the big map? Oh, Strike Zone. That's what it was. Strike Zone was insane. That was a great map. Right now, so obviously I might adjust at the end, I'm going to go SS. I really liked Ghost. I know the time to kill was really fast. Picking up the chem strikes off the ground was incredibly frustrating, especially when you were streaking yourself and you just get chemmed. But I really like this game. I still go back and play it from time to time, although there's like 50 people online. Games are hard, connections are terrible, but I do miss Call of Duty Ghosts. World War II. I think I should drop it before I explain it, actually. I'm going to drop into C. I didn't care for this game very much. Coming off of Infinite Warfare, I was like, anything is better than this. We went back to boots on the ground. But at the end of the day, across any first-person shooters, I don't care for old time periods. I don't like World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Cold War era stuff. I don't like any of that. My first shooter was Gears, but then Call of Duty 4. Those are the guns that I love. Those are the guns that I fell in love with. These guns don't cut it. The PPSH was fun to use, I guess. Sniping was fun. But, y'all know that this game had a lot of issues, and it got completely redone in, I think, April of the year after it was released, which made it a lot better, but for me, it was a little bit too late. Let's actually jump to Infinite Warfare right now. Trash. Immediately trash. I almost want to give it a C because it did force me to go outside my comfort zone and try other games. It was in between these two. Wow, it's been I think those were released after each other. I got back into Gears of War. If there's anything these Call of Duties did for me, it's kind of like, hey, try other games. I got really into Gears of War, Gears 4. I got really into Rainbow Six Siege. Never got good at it, though. And I just tried different things. I went back to the old CODs a couple times, but for me, I need to be playing the most recent one. That's where the competition's at. That's where the sweats are. That's where I want to be. Infinite Warfare was all right. The ERAD was kind of fun sub to use. I couldn't even tell you an assault rifle. In terms of microtransactions and stuff, it was great. You could earn scrap. Daily login bonuses were great. You get lucky sometimes to get a bunch. Start working on those blueprints. They did have a lot of fun variants, but for me, I used the best stuff that's available, so none of it really appealed. I didn't want to dual, the Karma is what it was called. It was like the dual vector variant. Not for me. Big missed opportunity. Not even a missed opportunity, just a wrong game at the wrong time. Call of Duty 4. I'm going to count this as kind of a hybrid of COD 4 and remastered, I guess. Does that say? Yeah, it's just the Modern Warfare. I'm going to go B. It's fine. The game launched my Call of Duty career. My buddy had me pick up Gears, and he's like, yo, Call of Duty 4, this game is, like, blown up. I remember reading the Game Informer articles, like, this is the next big thing. There is no way this game will not be number one for many years to come. And they were right. The only reason it's so low is because going back, it definitely aged, in my opinion, pretty poorly. I didn't care for the remastered. I thought I was going to like it since Infinite Warfare was kind of busted. But yeah, it wasn't for me. It's a lot slower paced. The funny thing is, though, the current Modern Warfare is slower paced as well. So I'm wondering if I went back and kind of used the play style that I've had to learn and adapt to. Oh, there's that word, adapt. I wonder if I like it more. But for me, no. I mean, I went back when I started this YouTube channel. I went back and did a video on it, and my stats were terrible. I'd never gotten a chopper. My KD was like 0.9. I was not good. I don't know why I played it. My buddy was like, he was kind of like the head of the group of friends. And he's like, yo, we're doing hardcore search. That's not really a beginner-friendly game mode, so I don't know. Just wasn't my jam now. Wasn't my jam then. Moving on. Black Ops 3. I will move to B as well. I didn't play this one too much. It was the first Call of Duty I did not buy at launch. I waited like 2 days. I think Scump and stuff, they were doing like a charity stream, and it looked interesting. I forget what Call of Duty it was coming off of. Maybe... Oh, it was Advanced Warfare. And I was just not really digging the jetpacks. I was like, no. It is a Treyarch game. I do like Treyarch games, but didn't care for it. Played through a couple of Prestiges and got sick of it real fast. Wall running and boost jumping is not for me in any way. I don't like it. I like knowing where to look around corners, knowing where to look for snipers and people. I don't like having to look up at the ceiling. Gunplay was phenomenal. I really did like that part of it. I could feel like you could use most weapons and be competitive. Microtransactions, I didn't really play enough to kind of feel the backlash of it, but terrible. There were videos on YouTube about how people spent up to $1,000 to try to get a weapon and they did not even get it. Kind of a bummer, seeing as those were really strong. Like, I remember when what was it? I forget. I don't know. I didn't play enough of it, but I know there was like a couple DLC weapons that were just vastly powerful. Picking those up off the ground did feel good, though. Modern Warfare 2? Nope. Sorry, I'm using a touchpad. I don't have a mouse, which is making this much more difficult. All right, let's use my finger. I got a touch screen. That's an A for me. I don't remember much about this game. I did get into YouTube during it, watching Woody's Gamertag, Only Use Me Blade, Wings of Redemption, that crew. You know who it is. You already know. And this was a game where I really set a goal for myself. Hey, get better. Try to learn and become a more proficient player. And I remember going from like a 1.15 KD up to like a 1.45. And I was really proud of that. I don't know my play style when it came to that. I'm sure it was very cowardice. That game was really chaotic, but it's weird. I don't remember too much. I didn't prestige either. Back in the early days, I thought it was a waste of time. I was like, it took me forever to get here, and now you're going to have me reset for an emblem next to my name? No thanks. Still kind of regret I never got Gold Cross. That was a really dope one. But yeah, Modern Warfare 2, obviously the danger close noob tubes were an issue. Sniping was really fun in it. I didn't actually see any of the videos that came out that you would use Sleight of Hand Pro with your intervention or your Barrett 50 cal, and that's kind of how you quickscoped. I just kind of was like, well, what if I put more ADS speed on my sniper? And I worked with that, and then I saw it explode on YouTube, and I wasn't the pioneer. I didn't feel like, oh, I discovered this. I was like, oh, cool. People are catching on. This will be fun. It wasn't. Between those and the noob tubes, I do remember having a tough time towards the end. But, people use stuff they want to use. Call of Duty World at War, I'm going to put it in C. I never actually played this in its prime. I remember sticking with Call of Duty 4 and Gears. I wasn't playing nearly enough back then, by the way, either. It's not like I did 2 hardcore years of Call of Duty 4. I think I actually got Call of Duty 4 at like 7 months in. But yeah, again, that falls into that era of World War II where I don't really care for the weaponry. It seems like a fun game. I remember playing the beta a little bit with my buddy and getting very frustrated at the bouncing Bettys, and I never pre-ordered it nor bought it. There was a thing with a prestige token in MW3 where if you had prestiged in the couple of games before it, you'd get a prestige token for when Modern Warfare 3 launched to give you a little bit jump. And I wanted to go through the prestige, but it was just hacked to shit. So I was like, this isn't worth my sanity. I'm good. But yeah, I never actually did play World at War, so take that with a grain of salt. Black Ops 1. I'm gonna go S. This was the game that started my YouTube channel. The fact that they added a theater mode in the game, I was super stoked. I was like, yes, I've been watching people do commentaries for however long. Now this is my turn. I can record it in theater mode, get the capture card. That way I wouldn't have to record while I play, and my channel was all right. I got up to like 150 max at some point. Had a couple people who would watch like every video. It was great. Really liked the FAMAS, AK-74U. I did buy one DLC, and I've only bought DLC in 3 Call of Duties. For as big a Call of Duty player as I am, I just never really saw the need to, I guess. But I did buy, I think, the first DLC map. It had Stadium in it. I forget what that one was. And I did buy the Zombies map pack because my half-brother came back to live at home, so it was just something we would just shoot the shit and do. But there's a video on my channel. It's like my first dogs or whatever, and I think it's on, not Havana. I don't know the map, but I remember my girlfriend was sleeping over that night, and she had fell asleep, and I just hopped on to play some Call of Duty, and I was camping my ass off to get Blackbird chopper gunner dogs, and I woke her up. I was like, Jade, I got it. I got my first dogs. It was great. And the SR-71 is probably the best kill streak in any Call of Duty. I love stuff like that. More of a support streak than a damage streak, but it is what it is. Black Ops 4, right up to S. This one's a little weird. So I played the hell out of it at the launch. Was like 5th prestige within like the first month and a half. Then just stopped. Destiny 2 Forsaken. Was it Forsaken? Yeah, Forsaken had launched, and that totally revamped D2, and I was super into that, and stopped. I did a little bit of both. I was streaming. Was I streaming then? No, I wasn't. I played it for a couple months then. I don't know. But the microtransactions pissed me off big time, so I said, fuck it, I can't support this, and I put it down for a couple months. Ended up picking it up again so I picked it up again to play on stream because I started streaming 3 months after. So yeah, I was Destiny 2 player at the start, so I had dropped it within the first 2 or 3 months. Picked it up around May and just streamed that, and actually saw some success, probably more so than Destiny. It was just a fast, aggressive game. Using the SOG was real nice. SMGs were tough to use at the start, but they got buffed, and I could compete with the ICR and the Maddox as a SOG user. I got really good with it. Just way faster paced than Modern Warfare, which I do like. I haven't actually gone back to revisit this since, though. I just did not really care for the specialists. Microtransactions were really rough. The current system they have in place is much, much better, and it's how it should have been the whole time. Just always being able to work towards a reward. But yeah, the last 3 months before Modern Warfare came out, I was like, I'm kind of upset that I didn't give this game more of my time. I did hit Master Prestige, I think like Master 100 or whatever, and I've never gone to full level 1000. But yeah, I don't know. I like this game. It's definitely one of the divisive ones. Modern Warfare 3, I'm going to go S. I'm going to go S tier on this. really love this. There was a YouTube commentator who said, "Hey, anyone who just picked up this game, shoot me an invite." His name is The Real Hard 8 Times. I think he still does stuff. I haven't watched him in years though. So that was like a great first memory. I remember sweating up with some LFG groups, going for Moabs. I think I did get 2 in this game. I've never been one to go for nukes, but I was like, screw it. Let's go for it. We all helped each other out. We'd run that ballistic vest combo. We just throw down the vest and get that bonus hit points. I was on terminal. I was camping, watching the airport like entrance ramp thing, and I remember getting my Moab and just losing my shit. It was such a great feeling. Such a great feeling game as well. ACR and the Scar were my go-to ARs. Sniping was fun. Great maps in this game. Dome. Mission, I believe is what it was called. I liked Arcaden. Just a really cool game. Was this the one they put in? No, it wasn't this one. I know what I'm thinking of, though. We'll get to that with Advanced Warfare. For subs, I liked all of them. I never really had an issue. I got gold on all of them. I was really into shotguns as well. Striker was crazy. I believe this was the first Call of Duty with Infected as well. That was great. Spaz, the shotguns were definitely underpowered, but you had a fully leveled shotgun with the right attachments on it. People didn't know what to expect from it, and you could really run stuff. Especially, I think it's Mission, I think the map is. It's where you kind of like go up. There's the broken building in the middle. There's the like Ford F-150, and it's kind of like the little alleyways. It's where B flag is. You could just run that area. The PP, what was it? PP9, PP, it wasn't, it's the Bison, that little cylindrical thing. Really like that. MP7. Ooh, MP7. Speaking of those prestige tokens, that was the first thing I unlocked. Everyone was thinking, like, yo, MP7 is going to be pretty insane. I unlocked it, golded it out real fast. Another fast-paced game. Hard Hat is another great map. I'm telling you, man, this game still rips to this day. Black Ops 2. I'm gonna go S. Again, this was another one of those games where I played it and I wasn't sure how I felt about it at the start. Then something clicked and I just right all the way up to Master Prestige. Was super happy to get that. That was the first game I've gotten to max level. Maybe Black Ops 1 as well. No, Black Ops 1 I still hadn't prestiged. Yeah, Black Ops 2. MSMC. Had the SMG's diamond, the sniper's diamond. I thought I had the ARs, but going back recently, I did not. But yeah, snipers, SMGs. DSR 50 was great. Raid, Standoff. Great maps. The best Black Ops game. Ooh, actually, you know what? No, I'm going to keep Black Ops 4 there as well. I am going to drop Black Ops 1. No. Yeah, I'll do that now. I'll drop that down to A. Just because I didn't want so many games up there. But yeah, Black Ops 2, it's a legend. It's a classic. I know that's a lot of people's number one SS game. For me, it's almost there. It's hard to look back on these games. I've been playing Call of Duty for 10 years now. I don't remember everything. But yeah, last on the list we have Advanced Warfare. This one is going SS, 100%. This is going to anger a lot of people. It's kind of funny that's the last one as well. Probably, I mean, if we're doing individuals, whatever, probably over Ghost. And hear me out on this. Call of Duties aren't always about the best, the most balanced games. They're about, for me, like looking back, everyone has their opinions. A lot of people say this game is trash. For me, it's my favorite. I was working 2 jobs at the time, and I remember working 8 to 4 and then 5 to like midnight, coming home, playing for like 2 to 3 hours with my group of friends, getting our sweat on, sending them texts throughout the day, just be like, yo, you guys, are we hopping on tonight? Are we doing Clan Wars? I got really into search in this game. I actually got pretty good. I thought the jetpack movement was fine. The double jump was nice. There was no wall running. So, yeah, you had to kind of look in the air. And there were kind of a lot of gunfights where it was frustrating. But no wall running, so that was all right. hated it when it came out. I remember day one, I was like, I'm putting this down, and I ended up picking up Battlefield 3 or 4, whatever one it was at the time, and just playing through that. But it grew on me. I came back to it. I loved it. I still do. The weapon variants are a little... I didn't get incredibly unlucky with them. I do remember getting melted by the Obsidian Steed and the Speakeasy. But, I mean, the more I played, the more I got the crates, and I got my unlocks on them. Yeah, Call of Duties aren't always about the best game, the most fun, the most balanced. It's kind of just about where you were in your life. And for me, that was like my first couple years as an adult, working 2 jobs, busting my ass, just so I could stay up, pay rent, eat. At the end of the day, I got to play with my boys, a little bit of Call of Duty. And yeah, that's why it's my number 1 game. I guess we'll take a second revision here. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. I like that. If I had to reorder, I'd probably go that. Probably Black Ops 1 over Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty 4, yeah. I mean, technically this shouldn't be here because I never actually played it, but I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. I kind of got the gist of it. I did like up to 20 levels. Yeah, that's it. Damn, I hope this wasn't terribly long. But yeah, thanks for coming out. Catch you later.